Hi, good morning. I'm a little bit further away from my camera. I hope that the audio is good. I am wearing my old glasses, actually. You can see them turn red and gold because I just woke up not long ago and I am currently just having a bite to eat. It's zoodles actually, but it's something that I'm able to eat and swallow easily. Things like I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to eat a cracker. I have them here. It's just because, well, my nervous system. It happens. I went to a chiropractor once, and there's a nerve that's attached to the stomach through the spine, and it makes my stomach go like that. So it's difficult to deal with. But I'm managing. The reason why I'm here is because little Marvin is sleeping on my cushion in front of me. The reason why I pressed record is because I wasn't sure when the time was to explain about my dark side. We've all got one. And I think a lot of people tend to deny that about themselves. The reason why I can see a lot that's in others is because it's also in me, or it was. I've had experience with it. Tests, tribulations, stuff like that. That's the word, right? Struggles to get through that and rise above it or pass over it. I'm going to change my glasses so you can see my eyes better. Hold on. Okay, it's a little better. So, see if that works. Hold on a sec. That's better. I just pushed the lamp back so that the shade's up a little bit and it gives more light. So, I have only access to this shitty laptop camera. That's why the videos aren't, like, great quality. You know? I had bought a video camera. I lost the charger. I'm still trying to find it. I haven't unpacked my belongings yet. You know, I've lived here like 4 months now. The end of this month, it'll be 4 months, and most of my stuff is still in boxes. But it took me a lot because I lived in my last home for 13 years. Yeah, I'm not being funny with numbers or anything. That's just it. That's what it was. 13 years. So it was quite an abrupt move because I just wasn't ready, and I didn't want to upset Mister, you know? But anyway, back on subject. Speaking about the dualities, and just so that, let's just get this over with. So, this here is a keychain that I bought. This is what my light and my dark side are doing. Before I sat down, I was thinking about what I was going to say. And this is how it happened in an interpretive story format. My dark side and my light side were there, punching each other in the face. Pat, 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 pat. Okay? Then eventually, we look at each other and be like, oh, my face hurts. I don't want to fight you anymore. The other one's like, damn, my arm hurts from punching your face, and my face hurts. I don't want to fight you anymore. I'm tired. The other one's like, I'm tired too. So then they sit down and they start to discuss things, right? And it goes on from there until you're hugging and working together. Not against each other, but together as one. You can't get rid of it. It can't, like, if you don't know darkness, you won't know the light. You won't be able to recognize what it is. It's a crucial part. I've had many people tell me already in the comments, you have to be all there is. Yes, all there is. And for those of you that don't know, I wasn't so good in my last life. You know? I made mistakes. I misused my power. But I changed my heart at the last moment, and that's why I got this chance. Yeah, it took a while. You know, because it's been some time since the fall of the last age. But I came in where I left off. I had a lot of this in me. Like, when I read the other day, it was just in my last video when I was talking about Robert Zephyr's paragraph. At the end of it, it says, mixing bloodlines is strictly taboo with the Anunnaki, which is very accurate. And before you make an assumption, think of it this way. Oh, geez. Jesus be with me. My ex, Chris, was unhealthy. His entire family, illnesses, unhealthy. He wasn't fit for breeding. I know, this is awful. This is awful. He didn't have the consciousness level. He didn't have the intellect. There was no way. I told my ex that I didn't want children. But it was because I would not breed with him. I know. I know. It's actually pretty good. They're Ritz crackers, but I've never seen them in a bag like this. They must be in a giant box. Here we go again to digress. I went to the food bank yesterday. I had to. I had no choice. And I was very grateful for it. I have some good stories about yesterday, actually. And about truth and honesty. And how the divine, God, will come through for you. If you step up for yourself. Well, like I said, I had to go to the food bank yesterday. They give me some stuff that I'm able to eat, like fruit cups and things like that, to help get my appetite going. It's very difficult for me when I run out of marijuana. Yeah. It's manageable. Yeah. It was worse before, so it's improving, you know? So, all things with time. And I did have to understand, like, go through so much so that I could understand others and what they're going through, and then have some minute ability even to help them even a little, right? hmm So, yesterday, I went to the food bank, and after, oh, actually, while I'm standing there, there's another fella that came up, and this is funny because, like, I saw that my health card expires in 2030. And I was like, let's just check. So I turned to this guy and I said, hey, before you pack up all your stuff and your wallet's there, will you look at your health card and tell me the expiry date? And he goes, oh, sure. And then he looked at it and he goes, oh, shit. My health card expired last year. And it was, so that would have been 2023. And so it wasn't 2030, okay? But reset 2030 is what I was thinking, right? But anyway, I helped the fella because now he's going to go get his health card renewed. So that kind of worked out good. Then, after I left, I went to the bus stop. And like I don't have any money, like I said, I was good for a long time. I was doing really well because I always had savings. You can't eat my alphagetti, boy. Oh, and we have to wait, but this morning I looked at Marvin, and Marvin might be a girl. And you know what's funny is that when I got Sweet Cheeks, that was the name because I thought he was a girl, but he turned out to be a boy. And now this one I thought was a boy and might turn out to be a girl. Yeah, we're going to have to see. I'm bringing him to the vet. I've already made an appointment. They're so excited to meet my new baby. And it's in the beginning of August. So we're going to see. But yeah, so I'm standing at the bus stop. Marvin moved. And there was this lovely girl from India. And I know because I recognized the language she was speaking. I may not be able to speak it, but I recognize it. Japanese, Korean, Chinese, I can recognize what they're speaking for the most part. Yeah. Sometimes I'll get like Thai and Vietnamese mixed up. I'm not an expert or anything, but that's how. So, digress again. So, I was explaining to her, she's seen my bags, and I was like, oh yeah, I've been at the food bank, I don't work during the summer, and, I just explained it to her. I told her the truth, and I was like, so, I went to the food bank, and now, because it started, because I had said to her, because the bus was coming, and I said, get on the bus before me. And she's like, and I was like, I have to ask for a free ride because I don't have any money, you know? And she's like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, and I just told her the truth. That I tried to save my mister. I went through all my savings, I've got a new little baby now, and she was so kind and so compassionate. She goes, no, 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 no. Don't bum for a ride, she says. Don't bum. She goes, because I said, I'm going to bum a ride, right? Not like she said it like that. And then she goes, here, I've got a 1-ticket ride. You can just have it. And I was like, oh, hun, really? There you go. The universe takes care of you. And I was like, thank you, sweetheart. Because I told her she has long, lovely, beautiful hair like me. She's like, I'm impressed by your hair. And then we talked a little bit, like before we got to that part of the conversation. we talked about because I complimented her hair when I first saw her, and so we talked about that. I told her how difficult it is to take care of long hair, and she's like, "Oh, don't I know?" And yeah, really lovely girl. And I said, "You know what? I was like, the Shakti in me sees it and feels it in you, honey." And she's like, "Oh," and we kind of gave each other a little hug, divine sisters. Yeah. So, like, is it a little embarrassing? A little, like, I'm not happy that it's like this, but I've accepted it. Like, I don't sit around being like, "Ugh," I just fix it. Like, so now, he ate a little bit. Just let me see here. Yeah, good. So, Salem decided that he didn't want ocean whitefish and tuna anymore. And that's all we've got. I have his $50 bag of cat food. Hold on, I'll get it. It might be too long, I'm going to pause. Hold on. Okay, so this is his cat food. This is the price of it. Okay, it's $45.99. Comes out to about $50. It is grain-free, synthetic-free, handcrafted. That's handmade where I live in Canada, cat food. Okay? And this is crazy. I have bought them every kind of wet food there is. We got the vet wet food. We got the expensive, like, organic, grain-free at the health pet shop. It's like called Tailblazers or Tailblazers, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, that's where I got this from. Does it even say? No. But anyway, this is a specialty health food pet shop. I bought them everything. Okay, there's this Alco or something, Almo, and it's real chicken, like homemade meals for cats. Listen, they won't eat it. Mister wouldn't eat it. Bagheera wouldn't eat it. Salem won't eat it. Marvin won't eat it. And that's what I gave them to start. It's not like they had anything else. I was always giving them the best. So today, Salem decides he doesn't want ocean whitefish and tuna anymore. He wants something else, which I do not have. So, in order to provide for my loved ones and family, I'm going to have to walk my ass down to the Walmart and stand outside and wait to feel a compassionate person and ask them for help. Can you buy me 5 cans of turkey and giblets cat food, please? Because my cat will not eat his food. He won't eat this. Now, just decides, nah, don't want it. There's nothing worse than a fussy cat, because if he doesn't eat, he's going to get kidney issues, stomach problems, and we will be at the vet because I'll need medicine to make his stomach better to help him eat again. Yeah. And I've gone through this before, so it is causing me this is why I feel some stress and why my appetite reduced, because, it's just like, do you really need to do this now? So I'll have money again on the 31st. But for today, I have to go and do that. Yep. I have a feeling that it's for a reason, though. And I think that the divine is trying to show me that humanity is not as bad as I have felt it has been over the past, especially 6 or 7 years, Yeah. And it's really nice, because I was pushed. I was pushed so far away from humanity. That's how I got to the lower realms. I'm mildly offended when people use the word demon. Not towards me, but I mean, it has been. My own dad called me one. Yeah, not biological. He adopted me, abused me, and then when I told him about my gifts and stuff that happened to me, he called me a demon. It's okay. He rejected me at every turn. Once I pretended to be gay, it come out as gay to him, rejected me then too, threw a fit in the Tim Hortons. Oh, I knew that he didn't love me for me. I'm telling you. Like, I was like, I'm not even gay, but as if you do that. As if you do that to your own daughter that you adopted, that you prayed for. And they never changed, you know. People say you got to let go. I have. Oh, I understand that way more than people even realize or would even ever be able to comprehend. And it's not because I'm not giving you enough faith or trust or belief in you or whatever. It's just unless you've experienced it yourself and been through it this way and come out the other side, you're not going to know. My parents had what I call too much darkness in their cup. What happens is you got two cups. If you've got too much darkness in this one and one is next to it, what's going to happen? It leaks over into yours. Almost like overfilling the teapot with too much tea, except it's going to go into the cup underneath. See what I'm saying? So I had to reconcile with that inside my heart and soul about them, about why they did that, about the reasons behind their behavior. They weren't on drugs or alcohol. They were highly respected people. And my adopted mom had a job at a elderly residence, home care, and an elderly residence, like, what do they call those? Retirement home. But it's different because there was like hospice there and everything. Oh. My mother, my adopted mother, was the type of woman that would have strangled an elderly person with a pillow, like suffocated them, and then said she sat there while they were dying, just to get the credit and the gifts and the flowers and the recognition. And I never thought that to be true until a couple of years ago. I always had a feeling, but I thought, nah, she'd never do that. Not that bad. I have to tell you that, I mean, I've accepted it. Like, what's that prayer? God, give me the wisdom to change the things I can, accept the things I cannot change, and the wisdom to know the difference. Yeah? That's it, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So, she ruined any chance that I would have with any family. Because when I connected with my birth family, she got involved. My birth mother idolized her and thought she was a good person because she worked with her mother at a home care place. She was very, very wrong. And when she found out about this, she said, this makes me want to kill her. And I said, don't do that. It'll take you away from the family that needs you now. Because I survived. And it turns out that I didn't need her. Not that, and don't take that the wrong way, because I know that's hard to hear. Because of course I wanted a good bond with my mother, my biological blood mother. But in the end, she chose Debbie, my adopted mother, and believed her. Debbie told her that I was going to kill her and my brother. And that is not true. Debbie One of the last things she ever did to me. I went away for the weekend. I was at my best friend's. Well, actually, she thought I was, but I was with my boyfriend. And I ended up telling her that I was hanging out with him, but that's actually the weekend that I lost my virginity. Yeah. It was Valentine's Day. I just turned to him and I was like, hey, do you want to have sex? And he's like, yeah. That's how it happened. Happy Valentine's Day. Um, anyway, she used to catch me sometimes writing in a diary, a journal that I had. And this weekend she decided to destroy everything in my room looking for it until she found it. Well, I'm going to tell you that I used that to deal with a lot of my feelings. And I know that she read inside of it that I wish they would never come back when they went to work one day. I didn't care what happened to them. I don't care if they get abducted by aliens. I don't care if they both get struck by lightning. I don't care if they fall. I know this is. I don't care if they fall in a hole all the way to China. You know how they say that? Just don't come back and hurt me ever again. I would envision blasting them with lightning, my powers. And if I had them back then, those people probably would not be here. Today, I don't know what I would do. I'd have to stand in front of them, powers activated, and then we'll see what I'm made of, huh? And I don't just mean like I'm just going to show you with bang boom the decision I make, mercy or extermination. I know, it sounds harsh. It sounds like I have hate in me. I don't. It is a necessity. If they are a danger to others, they must go. Yeah. I wouldn't put it past her now that she probably murdered people, elderly people who couldn't defend themselves, just to get a KitchenAid bread maker from that family because they were so grateful for her care. They had no idea what she was doing when she came home to hurt me every day. Yeah. She was narcissistic. She hated me. She prayed for a child, and then when she got one, she did nothing but abuse it and neglect it. She purposely did that so I would have no family. She was the type of woman, I remember finding my dad crying one day before they got their divorce. And I was like, what's wrong, Daddy? Why are you crying? And that woman was so evil. She told him, if I can't have children, neither can you, and made him get a vasectomy. That's fucking awful. I tried so hard to repair the relationship with my dad. And he couldn't. He couldn't. I don't know why. He just could not learn unconditional love. All he did was scream at me. He abused me too. Yeah. Violence, violence, violence. Ever since I was a baby. Hmm. And I didn't understand why. I didn't know about karma. I didn't know about, all the things that you try to think of the reasons why. I wasn't just, a lot of people say, oh, you had to survive on some type of idea or whatever. I didn't have this until much later in life, where I realized, oh shit, maybe I wasn't as good as I thought I was, Maybe I wasn't a superhero. Maybe I just thought I was. You know what I mean? Thou shall not kill is very fucking serious. Yeah, that's what ended me up here. I went to war. It didn't start off like that, and I remember it too. I remember the feeling of it, and just feeling like I didn't have a choice. I was going to get killed, so I had to fight. Anyway, there's not much of that to go on, so I almost feel bad talking about it because I can't give people more, I can only remember little bits and pieces, things that are relevant, like that lesson to teach me, don't do that again. So, I don't know what happened to them. I don't know. I don't know if they're still alive. I don't know. I haven't felt them in the spirit realm, so I'm pretty sure they're still alive. Mm-hmm. Very dry. Persevering against the eating disorder. It's not like this all the time, though. CBD is complex post-traumatic stress disorder, so I don't do well sometimes, like I just explained to you. But I'll be okay. So, the point. Once you go to a certain level of darkness, okay, you don't ever want to come back once you get out of it. You don't ever want to go back there. It's the lesson. I've always said this. For some reason, I don't even really know what it means until maybe just now, but you have to go down to go up, and you have to go in to get out. That makes sense? Marvin's chilling here at the window. If he's a girl, then I'll just call him Miss Marvin. Whatever. Nothing you do. So yeah, with the D word, demon, the Asura, despite what people will think. I mean, calling him a demon just by looks alone is pretty assumptuous and, in my opinion, racist. Yep. Just like how people will see a reptilian and put these like list of things associated with that and think they're all like that. That's wrong. Any type of being, that's a wrong type of mentality to have. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying to get to know these beings. In fact, I would suggest you do not. Mm-mm. They do have a dualistic nature, and you will learn about this in the Vedic teachings that I posted in the videos. He'll tell you that's exactly how they are. And so a lot of people will make these assumptions like they're just these demonic, evil and bloodshed fucking merciless killers, okay? But there are different levels of the lower realms, all right? That's all I'm saying about it. So without this being in my life, I wouldn't have gotten here either. He gave me a lot of information just by saying what he said to me, the little that he did, and the help that I have. A lot of people warned me about the Jinn. I know, you know? But the thing is that I know God, the Most High, the Supreme Being, Source, Divine Spirit, however you want to call it, I don't care, is stronger. I'm not afraid of them. Not at all. Yeah, they will try to kill you. I'm still here, you know? It's a test. I mean, you really have to be unified. And if I didn't have all of that experience, I wouldn't be able to understand them and the darkness the way that I do. That's the only way to defeat it. The real enemy of the world is ignorance. Education is the solution. Proper teachings, honesty, you know? And so I don't even, like, even just thinking of them will make a connection. So I've gone away from that. I've looked at it as a piece of time in my life. And yeah, do I not have all the answers? No, but I will eventually. So I have, I've made peace with it, but sometimes it's like, man, this, and this happened, like blah, blah, blah. You get overwhelmed. I'm not like that all the time. No, it's just that day I couldn't hold it in, keep it to myself anymore. It was just, oh. And the result was good. So, I mean, I do my most thinking in the morning. Oh my God. Good thing you just got there. Did you like your lick? He ripped open one of these catnip things this morning, and nobody else has done that except Marvin. And, yeah, eating the catnip out of it. I'm like, bud. You didn't get too much of it, though, because I caught him. You know, I've stopped worrying about things. Like, not everything they do is going to kill them, So I just stopped panicking. He's fine. A lick of the zoodles is not going to hurt him. He's fine, you know? But I used to panic about everything. Because I was scared of losing my family. Being alone again. Yeah. Okay. So, this again. it may be difficult to see sometimes. I think that this is getting on my nerves. So I have to watch better. Oh, he's laying down behind me. Okay. Just drawing a blank. Just give me a sec. I remember. So, I understand how people must feel. Because just like my experience, we've all trusted people who we thought, as they sat there and said, oh, this is the truth. I mean, maybe this is their truth. I don't know for everybody. But you believed in them, and then you find out they're bullshitting for money. You know? It's a half truth or a quarter truth, just like the elites do. And I mean, all of us at this point have gone through so much abuse in different ways. So I mean, this has happened to me almost every single time. And I'm not going to say that there's not going to be a time where I don't disappoint somebody, you know, because I can't meet your expectations. But I do understand that it's difficult. So I've seen comments, you know, I post them all, I read them, and I reply to as many as possible. But I see these ones where there's this distrust. And I get it. I think that being something like I am, it might be a bit new. And people aren't able to recognize it. Not everyone, anyway. I think maybe some people are waiting for that moment to go, aha, I knew it. You know? I get it. So, like, I'm not sitting here claiming to be some love and light guppy. Oh, amen. I'm not going to sit here like that and pretend to be holier than thou. I'm going to be myself. Okay? And this is how it feels good to be unconditionally loved. Because you're yourself. Oh, I have to stop doing this with your forehead. Stop it. Relax your forehead before you get freaking wrinkles. There. What was I saying? Dang it. Aha! I knew it. And, well, you know, forget now. But, I get it. I do, I understand. I think I repeated that word. I get it, yeah. I understand, though, I do. And I don't blame you. Because there has been so much. You just keep expecting it, right? Yeah, yeah. But I'm not here to try to scam you or deceive you. I'm sharing my heart and soul here. And I'm so happy and grateful about the people who have seen that in me. Because that's all I ever really wanted was for people to see me and love me for who I really am, as I am now. Not need me to change or to be more positive or to make changes in my life or like people see me like this, you think I sit in my house all day and do nothing. This is when I'm sitting in my pajamas. I'll go take a shower and I go outside. On Thursday, I walked 8 miles. You know what I mean? Like, I get exercise, I get out. So the assumptions, even though I understand, because you've only watched maybe Not even the entire video. You know, some people will watch it for like 5 minutes and think they've got me figured out and share their opinion. Just like all those people that were like, she's single because of feminism. Let me leave you with this. I'm single because I knew through all of my experiences, okay, that I didn't want any of that again. That I wasn't going to repeat the mistakes of the past. It's not right, you know? There's a difference from being in love and loving somebody, you know? And I went through that. It's not that, I mean, I've been single now for 6 years after my last relationship, but it was by choice. It's not that men don't want me, they do. And I have to politely tell them, I'm sorry, I'm not interested, quite often. I have people coming up to me saying they're my soulmate, not just online, but out here too. And I mean, it doesn't happen every day, but I mean, I met a guy on the bus yesterday. He was totally into me. Did he have the courage to ask for my number? No. Did he want to? Absolutely. But I mean, I was semi-interested, I'll be honest. He was a nice guy. But it wouldn't work. No. Couldn't feel it. It wouldn't work. So you can think what you want. You're going to anyway. All these angry men that are commenting, oh, you shouldn't have passed up all those guys in your 20s, those nice guys. Bitch, that didn't happen. You are making assumptions based on your experience with others. Don't put that on me. Like I told my friend Lise the other day, I don't even know what feminism is. I literally screwed it up saying the word. And I talked to her about it this morning, then told her that I said it in my video. And she's like, oh my gosh, you know, we're laughing about it again. And I couldn't remember how I screwed up the word feminism before. I literally tripped all over it. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, it was something like that. So, no, I'm not affected by the mainstream media and the world. I'm not paying attention. I don't even care what's going on out there. I didn't even know Joe Biden stepped down. Somebody in the comments told me of my channel. Because I don't watch, I don't look, and I don't care. You know? Lise was like this morning, Snoop Dogg's going to be at the Olympics, I guess. And I'm like, because she goes, Snoop Dogg's in the games today. I was like, what games? She's like, the Olympic Games. Oh, I didn't know. I don't, not in a rude way, like, I don't care. But I mean, like, it's not my concern. I don't care about the Olympic Games. Not even a little. No. No, I don't care. I reject this world. Like an old smelly fart. Rejected. And I have for a long time. So, I don't care. Not even a little. So, I don't know. Maybe this will help. Maybe it won't. And I don't care. Like, either way, it's fine. I'm hoping for the best. You know, I'm starting to have more and more faith. And the more I put myself out there and trust humanity, the more I'm impressed. You know? Didn't expect it. I didn't expect anybody to give not a single shit about me. Seriously. So, it's astonishing to me that my video that I posted a week ago about loneliness and feeling alone and requiring soul connections is not about codependency. Oh, I know all about codependency. I got through that. I am not a codependent person. I don't depend on anybody. That's why I'm not asking you for any money, even though I need it. I need some money. I'm going to go bum at the Walmart instead. Yeah. So yeah, I'm done now. I'm tired. It's going to be a hot one today. So I got to go close up the windows and make it a cave in here so that it stays nice. And I'm going to get dressed and maybe I'll go to the lake. Maybe today I'll finally go swimming. I don't like being in a bathing suit because I don't like people looking at me that naked. Not that I'm insecure, I just don't like them looking at me. It's a personal, private thing. You know, I dress modestly and I don't like people even, I might just put like shorts and a t-shirt over my bathing suit. Yeah. So it's a personal, private thing, right? Like I don't want to be going out exposing myself to everybody, like I don't even like to have cleavage anymore. I used to when I was younger. I was different when I was younger. I lived out a lot of my lower impulses when I was younger, in my 20s. A lot of us do. So, yeah. Did I cover everything? Oh, so if you come at me with a certain kind of energy, okay, I don't like to return to sender. Um, I normally pray that they just find Jesus. Yeah, like you need Jesus. I hope Jesus and his unconditional love finds your heart, you know? But sometimes I will send it back. You're not supposed to do this, but I can, and sometimes I will if necessary. Not for pleasure, not for personal gain, but to teach a lesson, okay? And this morning I had to do that. I read a lot of them and I let it go. I accepted. I was grateful. Yeah. And I just did not let it bother me for an entire week until this morning. I'd had enough. hmm so that might happen. You know, I'm not supposed to use my ability to look inside of others and tear them apart. But if I smell it and you come at me, I'm going to give it back. Maybe. I really don't want to be like that, but I did it this morning, and I'm not going to deny it. I don't regret it, and I'm not deleting it or taking it back either. So what's done is done, and it's serious, you know. He was going on about how this is why men run away from me. Men do not run away from me; they're chasing me. Okay, it's not because I can't go get. I could very easily, but it's not the right connection for me. Okay? I know that, like, we all peoples, men, women alike, have been treated badly by the other sex, okay? I know we all have. But I found in my experience, that a lot of times if a man doesn't look like Brad Pitt, as for an example, he's not a CEO like Elon Musk, he can't buy a girl a Gucci purse and all the fancy shit she wants, then he is looked at as unworthy in that way. And I wonder if the reason why I haven't found the one for me is that he was probably abused by a beautiful woman, maybe like me, And now it has changed him. And I am sorry for that. Because, I mean, I can't remember everything in my life. Oh, that was a bad one. So I used to have a drinking problem, and I have had, I ran into a fella, and I had no idea who he was. And I slept with him, but I didn't remember. Yep. Yep. I had to repent from all of that, and change my ways. Now I've been single, abstinent, celibate, nothing for 6 years, and I plan to be like that for the rest of my life at this point. I'm open to it. Don't think that I'm not. It's not that I don't believe in it anymore. It's just that I'm not, like, carrying that around with me. Oh, I want a man, I want a man, I want a man. Like, people must see me dressed up and think, oh, she's single, she must be doing that to get a man. I am never thinking about that. I'm serious. Like, it would be nice. Like I said, I would love to find that deep, real heart, body, mind, soul connection that you can have with somebody. And I mean, like, if you don't know what making love is, it's different, vastly different from sex, okay? But opposite ends, like polarities, all right? So, and I know what the difference is. So, if it's not making love, I don't want it. You know? There. I hope that covers things. You know? It's it's a little irritating, but then I have to remind myself that these people don't know you. Me. As I'm talking to myself, these people don't know you. They don't know what your life has been like, so you've got to tell them a little bit so that they do understand. Yeah. None of this is easy for me. It's necessary. This dry ass cracker. I'm not eating this. I'm gonna go. Thank you. Well, I gotta go get a drink before I eat it because it's too dry. I'm out of tea. So thank you very, very, very much. Wholeheartedly. From me to you, thank you. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you listening to me almost another hour. But I truly hope this benefits others. I know that it's helped me to be able to sit here and talk with you about this. We'll have to make a separate video about the culling and how I went through that. And in that one, I will talk more about the jabs, how I deal with that, and about people who are anti-God. Because P.S., someone commented yesterday, I don't know if it's still there, but they said, I hate God. And I went, dang, you're going to regret that. Yeah. Because the God of this world here is not the one I'm talking about. Everybody knows the God of this world is fucking evil. Satan. Cast down out of heaven here. That's the God of this world. That's why all those Hollywood people are thanking God. It isn't the one from, the one you think. It's their God. Oh, I ate the cracker. I love you. Bye. Ow, I bit my tongue. Say bye. Oh my God.